Good morning.
Congratulations, a big victory, a comeback victory for your Bulldogs on Saturday night, and I know you'll want to talk a little bit about that, but then talk about homecoming week and Valley coming to town, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. Like you said, it was a huge game. Arkansas Pine Bluff came in here. We're a very good football team. Hat goes off to Coach Coleman and his staff. He had his team well prepared, and they came out and real enthused about this opportunity. Came out and played hard and jumped on us real quick. Scored on their opening drive and got the field goal and off of a turnover. And we were able to score. They have an excellent field goal kicker. They were able to go up at halftime, 13-7, and then they came back out in the third quarter and had two quick scores on us and made the score 27-7. And again, I thought his team was well prepared. They played hard-fought ball game. And then in the fourth quarter, our kids started making some plays, and momentum. It was a huge momentum swing for us. Offensively, we were able to move the ball. We converted on some very key. We had 3 drives in the fourth quarter, and all 3 of those drives we had to overcome some adversity, some fourth down situations, and even a first and almost 25 due to a chop block. So we had to overcome some serious situations on all 3 of those drives, and we knew if we came off the field without a touchdown on those drives, we were going to lose the ball game. Then our defense caught fire, and they were able to stop and get them 3 and outs. I think on 2 or 3 consecutive drives, and we were able to put together some real good drives and get the ball in the end zone. And Gialonzo Milton, one of our receivers, they weren't able to cover him on a simple route, and we took advantage of that, and we were able to get it go ahead 28-27. That last drive took over 6 minutes, 17 plays, 76 yards, I believe it was. And we were able to get that in the end zone for the winning drive and kick the extra point. Chance was perfect on all 4 extra points. And they kicked 2 field goals. They didn't miss an extra point. They kicked 2 field goals as opposed to scoring 4 touchdowns. And that was the difference in the ball game. As I said before, he has an excellent football team. Offensively and defensively, they played well. We kind of caught fire at the end in the fourth quarter, made some plays. They couldn't stop the momentum, and that was kind of the difference in the ball game. But I know from a fan standpoint, it was a great game to watch because both teams played hard and no one gave up. We were just fortunate enough at the end to make the plays at the end to give us the 1-point victory. This upcoming week, we have Valley coming to town. It is for our homecoming, which presents a whole set of problems, as we all know, but hopefully our kids won't have a hangover from this past ball game, and we'll play hard, because I know one thing, Coach Morgan has this group playing hard. They're getting closer and closer each week. They're starting to learn how to put an entire football game together, and they're being very, very, very competitive. We know we better be ready, because if we're not, it'll be one of those sad homecomings. That team is hungry. They're looking for an opportunity to win, and they're looking at us for that opportunity. So we're going to have to play real good this weekend, be real focused this weekend, which is very difficult to do for homecoming. But that's our challenge to get up for it.
Coach, is this kind of a coming-out party for Deontay a little bit? Did he gain some confidence from that finish?
Well, it was coming-out quarter for him, for sure. I mean, he just wasn't seeing the field. We had some opportunities throughout the game, and he wasn't seeing the field. And, we had to kind of break it down for him in segments, if you will, in halves, and basically pretty much tell him where to go. And then once he started seeing that, the rest of the field kind of opened up for him. So hopefully this will be a positive boost for him that will propel him into something that I know he can be.
And what about G. Alonzo? 7 catches, but 4 of them for scores. A big night certainly for him.
Yes, it was. I mean, they gave him some opportunities. The first one he scored was, I thought he made an excellent play. He split 2 defenders to get the football and went up and caught it at his highest point and was able to make that play for about a 38-yard touchdown. The second one, we lined up. I don't think they were expecting us to come out in that formation. And we lined up in our 2 tight set, and he was flexed out. No one covered him, so we just flicked the ball to him. And that was an easy throw and catch there. The next touchdown was about a 20-yarder or so. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he ran the little in route, and they were in man coverage, and they were able to run him off. And he split the defense and was able to get in the end zone. And then the last one, they were looking for him. I think ordinarily Coach Coleman was blitzing. His staff was blitzing us, but they left their back route, and he kind of redirected G. Alonzo on the last one. But our pass protection was so good, and Deontay was able to move the secondary a little bit and was able to find him in the back of the end zone for the decisive touchdown. So, it wasn't like we went into the ball game trying to ride him in particular, but like I always say, at sometimes this kid thought he was a decoy, and I say I don't have decoys. I get it to the guy who's open, and that's what we were able to do this Saturday. He was that. Hello?
Go ahead, Coach. Not sure what we've got going on with the background noise. But
okay. All right.
If you do have background noise, *6 will mute you if you're on the call. Thanks.
Coach Reggie Benson with the Huntsville Times. Good morning.
Good morning, Reggie.
Give me an idea about Valley. This team, the last 2 weeks in particular, they've really been close to kind of pulling these things out. What do you see when you watch them on tape?
What you just said. Like I said before at the start of this, they're getting closer and closer. We have to be the team that they're going to play this week. And before 2 weeks ago, they led at halftime. This week, they were leading or tied in the fourth quarter, going into the fourth quarter. And a play or two here and there, and Southern wins the game. And, I mean, Southern is a team that beat us. So that surely has to get our attention. If it don't, they'll be over the hump. So we got to get ourselves ready, man. Like I said, there aren't any easy games in our conference. Every team is competitive. Valley is no exception to that. And sooner or later, they're going to get over that hump and hand Coach Morgan his first victory. We're just hoping it won't be this weekend.
Hey, Coach, I.C. Morales on the Pine Bluff commercial. The stat that I had gotten yesterday was there was 1 touchdown pass all year going into this game for Alabama A&M. How do you explain that?
Like I said before, he saw the field. I mean, and if anybody has been seeing our games, you'll go back and see that we dropped some opportunities, we missed some opportunities to score some touchdowns via the pass. We hadn't been clicking. And I mean, and the same thing happened the first 3 quarters. Again, I'm not taking anything from Pine Bluff. I thought, again, Coach Coleman had his team ready to play, and they played well through the entire ball game except for the fourth quarter when we were able to grab the momentum. But we had opportunities, some scoring opportunities that against Hampton, even Southern, where we did not throw the ball to its proper place, and then when we did, we dropped a few. So we've had these opportunities all along. In the fourth quarter, we were able to make them happen.
Coach, talk a little bit about the emergence of Corey Hart on the defensive line.
Well, we thought Corey was going to be special. He got a little nicked up the first ball game, and our guys were a little nicked up as far as their pass rush is concerned. So We're starting to get healthy at the defensive line, and Corey is one of them. And he's particularly quick coming off the edge and has good leverage and good strength. So, he's starting to present some problems for some guys. And once he keeps contained, that makes it very difficult to throw against because he's going to put some pressure on you. He just gotta remember to keep that contain going. And he's starting to get a feel for that now and making some huge plays for us.